Speaking of Jack Ma, Alibaba's leadership change is on everyone's lips. This comes just 9 months since the Chinese e-commerce firm's mega listing in New York. Cynics are questioning whether Alibaba's making the right decisions for its stakeholders. Zhang reports.
Meet the new chief executive at Alibaba, Daniel Zhang. The 43-year-old takes over from this week, ushering in what founder Jack Ma says represents a post-70s generation of leaders that will command the troops at Alibaba Group. The surprise changing of the guards at Alibaba triggered a rally in its shares in New York, but it reminded many of the challenges even an internet behemoth faces in a fast-changing tech industry. Paul Gillis is professor at Peking University.
Alibaba faces a number of challenges. Probably the biggest one is trying to continue its growth at the rates that it's been growing in the past.
从今天晚上12点以后，我将不是 CEO。
It was only 2 years ago to the day Jack Ma had announced he was stepping down from his chief executive role, appointing Jonathan Liu in his place. Mr. Ma said then of himself he had grown too old to run a technology company. Exactly 2 years on, Mr. Liu steps down to give way to Mr. Zhang, no more than a few years older than he. Zhang, who led the rise of the firm's Tmall shopping site, is the key architect of Alibaba's annual Singles' Day shopping event. Academics say his biggest challenge is to resolve the fake goods issue surrounding Alibaba.
Daniel needs to internationalize the business of Alibaba, and currently it's concentrated too much in the China market.
Reporter Erisman, former vice president at Alibaba and filmmaker of this documentary film of how Jack Ma grew his empire, he recalls in his words how things were run at the firm. We rotated the senior management into new roles about once every year. It was a way of keeping management fresh, adding that the vision for the company stays fairly constant. But investors hardly understood that, says Erisman, who is invested in the sector and still holds some Alibaba shares. Investors have had a roller coaster ride since Alibaba's listing. Its shares are still at least 25% above their IPO price, but are now down 28% from their November high. News of the change at the top came on the same day it released results beating expectations, but with net profit falling 49%. Alibaba's challenge lies not only in keeping ahead of the competition, but in managing investors' expectations as surprising as a leadership shuffle. Zhang, CCTV, Hong Kong.